Welcome to Grammar, y'all. My name is Dr. Michelle Devereaux, and I've been an English teacher for over 20 years, both in the high school classroom and in the university. I've published 6 books and written dozens of smaller pieces like articles and book chapters and conference proceedings. I've been all over the world telling people what I know about the English language. If y'all want to take a look at my resume, you can find it on the website linked below. On this channel, I'm going to share everything I know about language. Here, we'll cover the basics like the 8 parts of speech, but we'll dig into bigger questions like, should we call them the 8 parts of speech, or would lexical categories be a better term? We'll dig into rhetorical questions too, like how do dependent clauses help us make more effective arguments in our writing? And how do people use the passive voice to divert or avoid blame? But this is important. This is not a grammar worksheet channel. This channel moves beyond grammar for grammar's sake. We're going to talk about writing, we're going to talk about reading, and we are going to talk about talking. This channel is language with a capital L. So let's talk about the subtitle real quickly: context, content, and pedagogy. The context is the people, the places, the histories, and the situations that influence how and why we all use language in the ways that we do. Let me give you an example. So if you can't tell, I was born and raised in rural Georgia in the southeastern United States. The time I was born, the place I was born, the people who I grew up around, all of that influenced and still influences how I use language. So when deciding on a title, that's how Grammar Y'all was born. It shows my context. Some of y'all might be here for the content, which is wonderful. That's why it gets its own section. The content is where you'll find the definitions of grammatical terms and the explorations of how they work in sentences and larger text. The content is the grammar book portion of this channel. The difference between this and a grammar book, though, is that I'm going to explain it to you in a way you can understand. Because let's be honest, y'all, learning grammar through a book can be hard. And even grammar classes, if not taught well, can also be hard. But I'm here not only to make grammar easier, but this is important, y'all, I'm here to make grammar useful. The last portion of this channel is pedagogy. And for those of you who may not know, pedagogy is the how of teaching. In the pedagogy section, we'll talk about how you can integrate, not add, like purposefully integrate language instruction. And importantly, how does that language instruction relate, number 1, to your students' worlds, and number 2, to the themes and texts that you already study in the classroom. Well, that's it. That's the overview, y'all. Thanks for checking out my channel. Make sure you subscribe. We have new videos released every Thursday. I'm looking forward to our language adventures together. Y'all take care of yourselves. The context refers to the people, the places, the histories, and the situation. I've published 6 books and have published... Let's just take that out.